You're watching the Green Hyundai Friday Night Showdown Preview Show.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Green Hyundai Friday Night Showdown Preview Show. For the next half hour, we will preview all the big game and tonight's SETQ Friday Night Showdown Game of the Week. Joining us now from our Game of the Week, it's Paul Wapple and Adam Anderson. A duo reunited this week after Spencer and I both came to bother Adam for a week. Paul, welcome back, and for your return, you get an incredible matchup. It's the Bullets and the Trojans, guys. It does not get much better than this one.
No, it sure doesn't, Sammy. Great to be back. Spencer did a great job. You did a great job last week. Adam, I'm not going to make a tackle tonight. I'm not going to play in this game, but I feel like I'm going to. It doesn't get any better than this. 7-0, 6-1.
No,
what else can we say?
I mean, we could talk for 30 minutes about all the storylines going into this game. What it boils down to is you have two really, really good football programs. You have two football-hungry towns, and you have two Hall of Fame head coaches. I don't know what more could be said about that.
Yeah, both teams explosive offenses. Williamsville's averaging 49 points a game. Maroa-Forsyth, 50 points a game. Sammy?
Like I said, you guys look crystal clear, but with that, let's kick off to our team introductions. As we always do here, our home team is up first, and it's the Trojans from Maroa-Forsyth, a perennial powerhouse program coming off a two-way state final appearance last season, but last week they also suffered their first loss of the year, making this a must-win home game to keep the Trojans' conference hopes alive.
We've been very focused these past 2 days, especially after that loss, and just getting back to roll. You know how we did last. We lost to Williamsville, and then we regrouped after that and just kept rolling from there.
Playing better, really, on both sides of the ball. We turned it over a few times. We couldn't get stops on defense.
The lesson does hit home a little more when you're coming off of a loss, and our kids were very focused today and very focused yesterday.
The main thing is just to learn from it. Honestly, we're glad it happens now and not in 4 weeks. Deep in a playoff run. So definitely better now than later. So just big things, just learning from it, just getting better as the weeks go on.
But learning aside for the Trojans, it's now time for Williamsville, a week both sides circle every single season.
I mean, it's just so exciting. It's the most talked about thing, the entire season. Everyone asks when you play Williamsville.
Every year, our town looks forward to this game, and it being at the Boyd is just even better for us. So I know our community is going to bring it this game, and we got to bring it too.
It'll be a tough task for Maroa-Forsyth, but it's one they're ready and excited for, despite the impressive opposition coming to town.
So, it is definitely an uphill battle for us, and then on top of all of that, they start 22 different kids, so their depth is superior to where ours is. So,
just come out fast and physical. Their MOs go really, really fast, and that's what we want to do too, and definitely want to go out there, punch them in the mouth first play, show them what it's like to come out here to Walter Boyd Field and play the Trojans.
That'd be everything for us. If we come out this week and get a win and then get a win next week, we're conference champs, and that's what I expect out of it.
There it is. That's Maroa-Forsyth, guys. Very self-reflective, honest about the loss. They allowed the Spartans to bring it to them, made some mistakes, and Olympia made them pay. Now, Williamsville, they will do the exact same thing, but I expect a better Maroa-Forsyth squad tonight. Do you guys both as well?
Oh, yeah, no doubt Maroa-Forsyth will be on tonight. Last week was, as Adam said a while ago, an anomaly. They won't play like that again. Ryan Shepard, the quarterback, 1,800 yards passing. He's third most in the state. Zach Smith, one of the top receivers in the state. The Trojans' offense is loaded.
Yeah, Ryan Shepard was probably the top returning small school quarterback in downstate Illinois. They're really going to have to keep a handle on him throwing the ball and running the football, too. He does a really good job doing that. Coach Coons, in his words about Zach Smith, he's a dude. And Coach Coons doesn't say that about a lot of people, so keep an eye on those two tonight.
Yeah, and you know what? This one might come down to defense. One play on defense might do it because I keep talking about the offenses and everything. It'll be interesting.
The third phase, special teams, always means something big in games like this.
Yeah, the weather's ideal as well, so it's going to be a good one. Both teams ranked in the state. Sammy, back to you.
Thanks, guys. Now, we've met our host, but now it's time for our visitors. It's the unbeaten Williamsville Bullets. Now, Williamsville gaining the edge in conference they needed last year with a win in Week 8 over Maroa-Forsyth. They'll look to do the exact same thing this year on the road this time, looking to carry on the momentum of what has been a dominant 7 weeks so far for the Bullets.
I think it's a lot different from last year. We're a lot more together. We took a big focus this offseason about culture, and so I think that's been a big part.
We're just a family right now. We're very strong. Last year we were having a struggle with keeping intensity being bonded with everybody. This year seems like everybody just loves each other, more brotherly love.
This team is united, and they also have a new offensive coordinator that has these Bullets firing on all cylinders.
You know, Coach Popovich, our offensive coordinator, has just found a way to distribute the football, and whoever's open is going to get the ball. So just a lot of great players and some really good coaching combines for a really good offense.
His presence is very welcoming to everybody on the team. And so it gets us all together, and we really enjoy him. So
Williamsville turns their attention now to the Trojans, ready for a classic battle that brings some nerves, but also brings plenty of excitement.
It's going to be a big week. You know, we've had incredible games. It's just two well-coached teams and two teams that have a lot of great football players year in and year out. So it's always a battle, and it's one that we definitely have circled.
We love to put each other to work. I love putting them to work. I love to make them struggle. They love to make me struggle. Yeah. This is what gets us better. Maroa, I'm ecstatic. I'm a little nervous. Maroa's a good team. I'm just ready to start hitting some people.
I mean, first of all, that'd mean conference. And that'd just be really exciting, especially because we're coming up into playoffs here. And so that gives us a little bit of momentum going into playoffs.
There's our roadside, a team that has been simply unstoppable. Just like Maroa, their biggest challenge so far came against Olympia, but that for Williamsville was a 2-score win. Are the Bullets just as unstoppable as we've seen them so far, or do the Trojans have enough to slow down a very balanced Bullet team?
Well, it'll be interesting to see. I think Williamsville is loaded. They're undefeated. Yeah, Matt Miller, the running back, has 16 touchdowns, 11th most in the state. They've got a veteran quarterback as well.
Yeah, Jackson Sanders, I think, is probably the most improved player in Central Illinois. Started as a quarterback last year. I felt at times the game might have been a little too big for him. With new offensive coordinator Mike Popovich, I really think he has grown into himself. He's a lot more confident. He's got a ton of weapons. I think he's been almost the catalyst for this Bullet offense getting a lot better. But tonight, watch for number 51, Griffin Miles. He's a madman on defense. He'll come out from his linebacker position. Has not played since week 3. I think there's a lot of pin-up tackles he's ready to unleash tonight.
Well, we talked about the offense of both offenses on both teams. Williamsville is so balanced, 196 yards rushing, 186 yards passing. Talk about a balanced pass and run. Incredible.
Yeah, that's just where they want to live, right in that perfect spot.
Sammy, back to you.
Thanks, Paul and Adam. We'll give you both a quick break before discussing a few more games. But first, our players to watch. We'll be both starting quarterbacks. First, Ryan Shepard for the Trojans. His career and season numbers speak for themselves. 76 career passing touchdowns, 27 this year. He can do damage. Now, he will have to be great tonight, limit any potential mistakes as well. And then as for the Bullets, it's going to be Jackson Sanders, a tall, commanding passer for Williamsville who helps lead a very balanced attack. He's thrown for near 1,300 yards. The team, they've rushed for over 1,300. The key for Sanders is to do exactly what he's done all year, keep leading a balanced offense, and make a few big throws when the Bullets need him to. Now that'll do it for our Game of the Week breakdown. A really exciting special matchup here in Week 8, but there are a few other massive games here in Central Illinois to preview with Paul and Adam, including the winners of both halves of the Central State 8, squaring off later on tonight.
Welcome back to the Green Hyundai Friday Night Showdown Preview Show.
Welcome back into the Green Hyundai Friday Night Showdown Preview Show. Our Game of the Week, a doozy. Williamsville on the road at Maroa-Forsyth. 13 combined wins between the two so far. Bullets trying to secure the conference with a win. That game has been previewed, and now it's time to look at a few other big games here in Central Illinois. And to do that, we welcome back the dangerous duo. Not sure what makes them dangerous, but watch out. It's Paul Wappel and Adam Anderson. A big game coming up. Central State 8, East and West, they are decided. But let's look at the winners of both of these. It's Glenwood and it's Sacred Heart Griffin. Great game coming up, guys. Who do you have in this one?
I tell you what, I don't think a lot of people think SAC has a really good chance to win tonight. I think they're going to put up a heck of a battle. I think Glenwood wins this one, but boy, to be there, what a game that'll be.
Yeah, last year's was an instant classic, overtime game, a 50-yard field goal to tie the game last year. I do think it's not getting talked about enough how good the Sacred Heart Griffin Cyclones are. I think they're going to give Chatham all they can handle tonight. I do think Chatham wins a tight one, though.
Yeah, the Cyclones have definitely improved. Their offense is better. They got some players back that were
they're getting healthier. Yeah,
I mean, the CBC game was a long, long time ago, the opener, and they've come a long way. It's going to be a heck of a game.
Absolutely.
So I think it'll be a tough one, Sammy.
Yeah, I agree. And the other one I wanted to discuss is the runner-ups from either side of the Central State 8. It's Springfield High and Rochester squaring off here in Week 8. Senators looking to rebound from that loss to SHG. Rockets trying to stay hot. Guys, who do you have in this one?
But I don't know, Rochester, Springfield High, I think Rochester wins this one. But, boy, I think you're going to see a lot of points.
I think if Springfield High potentially wins this game, it is to try to score as many points as humanly possible tonight. Their defense did play better against the run against SHG last weekend, really slowed down the SHG run game. If they can slow down Caden Stout tonight and Rochester gets off to another slow start, maybe we're talking about a Springfield High win, but I think the Rockets are too much.
Springfield would need this win. They need a signature win, don't they?
They need a signature win this year, absolutely.
And this would be their chance to do one of them.
Yep.
Okay, Sammy, back to you.
Thank you both. Get a little rest ahead of tonight's game. Big one here for the conference. We need you guys ready to go. But with that, let's turn to the eastern side of the state to check in with our Carson Gordy. Not too many games being hosted on the Champaign side of things. Action a little bit spread out. Where should our attention be out east? Carson, take it away.
Hey, Sammy, we got a lot of good action over in my neck of the woods. The Urbana Tigers look to bounce back. Last Friday, a fight broke out in the first half, resulting in dozens of Tiger players being ejected. Despite the score being 14-all, the game was called off against Rich Woods, who was awarded a forfeit victory. Flash forward to today, and the Urbana Tigers are back in action and looking for their first win since 2019. They are 0-7 this year, but tonight they're taking on Manual, who's also winless. The Urbana Tigers, they've improved this year. Last year, they gave up 57 points per game. This year, that mark has dropped to 35. Now to the Bubble Watch. You need 5 wins to clinch a playoff spot. Here are some teams with 4 victories, or they must win tonight to keep their hopes alive. The St. Joe Spartans, they've lost 3 times this year. Last season, they only lost 1 time all year. But tonight's going to be another tough matchup, taking on the 7-0 Seneca football program. Despite midseason struggles, the Spartans, they can still score with their quarterback, Cody McKinney, and 4-star offensive lineman, Cameron Wagner. Paxton Buckley loaded their 3-4 hopes, though, the Champaign Centennial Chargers. Behind a defense only giving up 14 points per game, the Chargers are 5-2 and back in the playoffs. Surprisingly, they missed the playoffs last year despite having a lot of seniors. This year's team was young, and now they're flying high.
Absolutely. Our number one goal this year is to get back to the playoffs. We felt like last year we came up a little short, really probably a play or 2 short of making the playoffs. There are some young guys, but there's a fair amount of seniors again this year who got a little bit of time last year, maybe got sprinkled in a little bit, but not a ton. So they're like I said, they're hungry, they're excited to play.
Tonight, the Chargers on the road against Normal Community, who's off to a 6-1 start. And finally, the Unity Rockets are 6-1, and they're playing a 1-win Illinois Valley Central program tonight. Every week that goes by just cements my preseason thought. The Rockets can win a state championship. That offense with Dane Eisenmenger is scoring 41 points per game. I'm Carson Gordy. Thank you for watching. I'll be on ABC tonight with those highlights of the best games in the Champaign region. Back to you, Sammy.
Thanks, Carson, and don't forget we'll have all the highlights, like he said, tonight coming up in our SEFCU Friday Night Showdown recap show. The recap show kicks off at 10:15 over on News Channel 20, and I'll be breaking down the action from the gridiron with a little help from Mr. Gordy himself. Again, that's at 10:15 tonight. And after the break, we'll check in with the rest of our Friday Night Showdown team. It'll be Darren Leeds with your football forecast and Spencer Davis with a little something fun over at Maroa. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to the Green Hyundai Friday Night Showdown preview show.
Welcome back into the Green Hyundai Friday Night Showdown preview show. We're going to be going back out to Maroa-Forsyth to check in with the rest of our Friday Night Showdown crew, and we're going to start with our own Darren Leeds. Now, Darren, it's been seasonably warm, dry.
A bit cooler. I've currently got temperatures hovering around 69 degrees here in Maroa. The winds are a little bit calmer, but still have added a bit of a chill factor. That's why I had to throw my light jacket on here. So, again, very similar conditions to what you're going to expect to any of those games around our central Illinois region, and the clouds have kind of been moving in, and those should help to kind of cap our temperatures from falling off too much here as those games continue and as we get further into the evening. But yes, today probably our last calm day before we start to see more of that wet weather shaping up into our weekend. Tomorrow definitely looking like a wet one here across central Illinois. Reporting live in Maroa, meteorologist Darren Leeds. Back to you, Sammy.
It's obviously been the worst year of my life, but there's also been a lot of blessings and a lot of reasons for hope and optimism.
So that's Williamsville's defensive line coach, Adam Kershaw.
close to a full year since being diagnosed with stage 4 colon cancer. He's been a Bullet with Coach Coons for 22 years now, and they've had his back since the beginning.
Him, all the coaches, all the people, this community has been so supportive of me the whole time. So I love him. He's my best friend, and he and the team have been squarely behind me since day one.
And the love goes both ways. Coach, the players, they miss him, and his courage has helped them push on this year.
I mean, when he walks into practice, it's different. I mean, the kids are so excited. We're all excited. He just having him here brings a ton of energy to us and happiness.
Throughout his battle, he's been able to push us, even though he's been through his own battle. And so it's been very inspiring to see him go through that. And I think that really just kind of deepens within our team.
Coach Kershaw has felt the love and the support the entire time. His son and some other players shaving their heads for him. Coach saying Williamsville was crucial to him winning his battle.
I can tell you that from this community, from former players, from former players and former students that I've had, I have had hundreds of text messages, hundreds and hundreds of prayers, and just an unbelievable amount of support. I can honestly say I don't know if I'd be standing here if it weren't for this community, this team, former players, all of them.
And one thing is certain and will remain that way. The Bullets miss their coach and can't wait for him to be back.
We just miss him. We miss him daily when he's not here, both on the football end and on the friendship end. And we're glad he's getting better, and I can't wait to have him back full time.
A huge congratulations to Coach Kershaw for being cancer-free, making it through his first full game a few weeks ago, hopefully back full-time with the Bullets in a very, very near future. Now it's time to bring in our sideline reporter, Spencer Davis, back out Maroa-Forsyth, a little something outside the White Line. Spencer, take it away.
Yeah, so Sammy, I've got something a little different this week. You know, we always like to talk to different people that help the game day experience, and today I've got Morgan from Luca Popcorn. And nothing screams football like having a bag of popcorn. Where did your idea kind of come from?
I actually used to work for Dell's, which is the popular name around Decatur, and I always dreamed of owning my own popcorn business, so I just kind of rolled with the punches and started my own.
Okay, and so how long has it been going?
We've been at it for about 3 years. We've been selling at Maroa games for 2 now. They've been really good to us, and we have a lot of fun.
And talk to me a little bit just about, you know, the atmosphere that Maroa-Forsyth is able to create every game, it seems like.
They're awesome. They're so welcoming. Everyone, they seem to know each other, and they invite a lot of other small businesses in. Big community around here. They're really great.
And talk to me a little bit about your products. I see that you've got a pumpkin spice popcorn right now.
Yeah, so that one's been really popular for fall. We have a ton of different gourmet flavors, from just a regular caramel corn to like a garlic parmesan, which is super popular too.
Okay. Anything else that you guys want to talk to? Is there any events that you have coming up?
Yeah, so we are actually in Arthur, Illinois at the Great Pumpkin Patch every weekend for the rest of October.
Okay, well, Morgan, thank you so much. Thank you for supporting the community. Sammy, send it back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Spencer. You guys could also probably hear the anthem in the background, which we usually do when we get back. But when we come back, we will wrap up the Green Hyundai Friday Night Showdown preview show before sending things back out to Paul, Adam, and Spencer for the rest of our Friday Night Showdown Game of the Week.
Welcome back to the Green Hyundai Friday Night Showdown preview show.
Obviously, again, it's before the break. We heard the national anthem, so we are a little bit beyond that in terms of our leading up to game time, but it'll be a great game. Maroa-Forsyth hosting Williamsville, the Bullets, an opportunity to seal the conference. Maroa trying to keep it alive heading into Week 8. But that's going to do it for this week, but we have another exciting game coming up next week. It's going to be Glenwood. They are unbeaten still, and they're going to take on Springfield High. Springfield High, it's their homecoming. It's a regular season finale for us, our final game on Friday Night Showdown. That'll be a great one to finish things off. But now it'll be time to take a look at our staff picks. But before closing, of course, I gotta admit, I'm last. Terrible year. It's fine. I'm not as sad. I swear. Carson, he's 4-2. Spencer, 3-3. Adam, he lost his first. Well, Paul, he's unbeaten right now. So let's see our picks. Worst up first. I'm going with Williamsville by a score. High-scoring game, whereas Carson, he's got the Trojans in a 1-point nail-biter, while Spencer, he's got another tight game in favor of the Bullets. As for Paul Wapple, he's got the Bullets by 4, 28-24, his score prediction. Adam, on the other hand, has Williamsville winning by 2 scores. So that's going to do it for our predictions. That's going to do it for our pregame show. Thank you guys for watching. We only have one more week, so we really appreciate every time you guys tune in. But for now, I'll send it out to Paul, Adam and Spencer. Enjoy the game, guys. It's going to be a good one.